Hello and welcome to Nan Loves Food. I am Ann here today with a pantry haul. So I don't know about you, but I've been watching a lot of The Home Edit on Netflix. Like I actually sat and binge watched the whole thing and it gave me a pantry inferiority complex. I love the containers with everything contained beautifully and put together. And while I aspire to have that sort of thing in my life, I'm also realistic about how much that costs. If you go onto the Container Store's website and you take a look at those things, holy cannoli, I am not willing to get a second mortgage on my home to organize my pantry. No thank you. So I've gone kind of the budget route today by going to Ikea and getting a bunch of stuff, both from there and from Amazon, to get a little bit of pantry organization going on. I know it's not gonna be the beautiful color-coded format that the TV show can get, but I do want a little bit more organization than I currently have. I do want things to be a little bit more visually accessible. Like I want to be able to see the stuff that I have, and part of it is just an inventory issue, right? Like the more stuff you have, the harder it is to see everything that you have. So while I have been making a conscious effort to kind of pare down what's in my freezer and pantry, so that I can see everything I have, I do think some organization systems will help. So I want to show you what I've gotten to start that project, and then later this week I will post a video of the actual pantry organization. Now I will say that I have done a pretty good job recently of keeping things cleaned out and picked up. Not always the case in my life. We are far from perfection here, but I've gotten all of the junk out that needed to be out and got rid of all the expired food and all of that. So at least that portion is complete, but I'll show you what it really looks like in there right now. All right, so this is the current pantry status. We keep kind of baking things up here, and then you know, the Ziploc and the saran wrap and all that up there. And then that's generally like crackers and snacks and my husband's hamburger helper because he loves that stuff. Over here is mostly canned goods, some rice, some soups, seasonings that won't fit in the spice drawer. This is like nuts and seeds and stuff over here. This is mostly sweet snacks, some box mixes, the Hidden Valley Ranch prominently displayed because we're in Indiana and we do a lot of ranch around here. We have kind of the pasta section. So we've got kind of the Asian noodles and the egg noodles and, you know, regular traditional pasta and sauces. Down here is kind of breads, stuff to put in oatmeal there, oatmeal or yogurt or whatever. And this is mostly condiments, and then this is the gizmo section. That's where his treats live. Down here is kind of the worst of it. This is the part that is lacking, seriously. So this bin is normally full of like crackers and snacks and stuff. And then this is all just stacked. It's just kind of a mess. This is where potatoes and onions live. So onions live on top, potatoes live on the bottom. We have some extra napkins and seal cut oats, and then the griddle. That is the only place in the kitchen that the griddle fits. So we have our work cut out for us. I do think while it is mostly cleaned out and clear and not too junky, it definitely just needs some systems working for it. So let me show you what I got. Oh, before I show you what we got, this is part of the problem. This on top of the refrigerator is flour, and up in this cabinet up here where I cannot reach is all of the baking stuff. So Matthew is the baker in our home, my husband, and all the stuff lives up there. So my hope is that we can get some of that put in the pantry and organized so that it doesn't live up there where I can never find it again. So this giant Ikea bag, which Ikea bags are the best. If you go shopping there, make sure to get a couple of these blue bags. We use them all the time and they're super inexpensive, but they're very sturdy because they're made out of this like plasticky fibrous material. That's awesome. So yeah, literally use them all the time for all the things. But I got a ton of storage containers, these 365, and the plan is to do the the flours and the sugars and the baking powders and baking sodas in the various sizes of these containers. So we got little ones, these stack beautifully. We got the bigger ones for like flour and sugar, that sort of thing. So this whole giant bag is full of these, and I'm hopeful that this is enough, but if not, we are very fortunate that Ikea is probably 15 minutes down the road, so I can just pop over there and grab some more if that doesn't work. These are not for pantry organization. These are for the dining room chairs, but we have hard dining room chairs, and I'm tired of my butt hurting when I sit on them for multiple hours. When we have guests over, we're playing board games or whatever. So I got a set of these. These are only $5 a piece to go on the dining room chairs. So not related to this project, but they did come from Ikea. I also got 3 of these beautiful storage bins. So these have the lid that pops off, and then they stack beautifully on top of each other. So I don't know if I'll use them and the lid or not. I did only get 3 of them, so if we need more, we might have to go grab some more there. So in addition to the pantry related items from Ikea, I did get a handful of non-pantry things, just like the seat covers. But I also got these enormous boxes. You can see compared to my head, they're huge. We are gonna use these in front of the TV for like video game controllers, that sort of thing, and organization. But I thought these were so pretty. They've got like real poles on them, and they're kind of I mean, they're cardboard, but they're like textured. So I thought they were so pretty, and they were only like $12.99 each. And that's a lot of storage. So they have handles on the front and the back, and then the front has like the nameplate that goes in. So I set these up last night. We got 4 of those as well. And you know, they're just kind of fun and functional and add a little bit of a design element to otherwise boring organization. From Amazon, we got one of these. This is a holder for your like saran wrap and stuff. Every time I pull saran wrap out of that top shelf, it like inevitably something will come flying and smack me square in the forehead. Has this ever happened to you? Yeah, it happens to me all the time. So my hope is that this will keep stuff organized. I actually had one of these at the old house, but it was wire, and these shelves are wire shelves, so it wouldn't have held up. Because this has a solid-ish bottom, that will work well on these wire shelves, and I'm really grateful to have another one of these, because this is kind of essential, especially if you've got a bunch of junk up there like I do. And then the last thing I got for our haul today is a metal shelf organizer. So I think I need some height here to help keep this organized. So this is actually, I went through like a million different options, it feels like. But this one is actually for a microwave. So it's supposed to go like, the microwave is supposed to go here. But my hope, and if my measurements were correct, which, you know, but if my measurements were correct, this giant bin that we keep our chips in will slide right under there. So I hope that by lifting some things up off the ground, we'll be able to see them all and have them on the shelf, so they're not out of sight and out of mind. What happens so often is, like, you know, you'll open half a bag of chips or whatever, and then they just get shoved in that basket, and then like they go bad before you find them again, because you have to kind of dig through there. And so it's my goal to make it so that we can see and access everything, so stuff doesn't get lost like that, right? Because food waste makes me crazy. I hate, you know, I would really prefer to never waste any food. That's not real life, but you know, anything we can do to kind of prevent that from happening, the better off we are. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this set up, and we'll see where we end up with this.
It is so good to see you. We do this every day, and I'm still so amazed by you. So hold me tight through the night. It's just us two, me and you. Oh, oh, I can't believe you love me. Oh, oh, I just feel so lucky. Oh, oh, still can't believe you love me. I hope it never ends. Let's be more than friends. Yeah. You know I'm here to stay every single day. Yeah. So hold me tight through the night. It's just us two, me and you.
All right, I have to say I am thrilled with that purchase. That one was from Amazon, and so was this. I will be sure to link those down below so you can get your hands on one if you want one as well. I think this will be great, especially if you have wire shelves. Highly recommend picking up one of those. It was like $20, which is kind of a ridiculous amount of money for a piece of plastic like this, but it's just what they cost, and quite frankly, to have this level of organization was worth it to me. So I will say that it used to be that we did not have an Ikea here in Indiana, and we would have to drive to Ohio to get to our closest Ikea. So it was in Cincinnati. So we had to drive about 2 hours, and it was kind of a big deal. And we made a day of it, you know. It was kind of a celebratory road trip to take a quick little jaunt over to Cincy there. But now that Ikea is close and I have these things close at hand, I am so grateful that I can just run over there and grab some more of whatever I need and not have to make, you know, a huge huge deal out of it. So make sure you are subscribed so you will be notified when the pantry, you know, redoing is complete. I'm thrilled to show that to you guys. Very excited. Also, you can follow along on Instagram. I'll put my Instagram right there for you. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Appreciate your support and you being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.